This cat. I don't know. He's going to hurt himself getting down.
Hi, Thor.
Thor? Today you're going to make a germination dial. So the nice thing about the germination dial is that it has all of the different stages of seed germination. And where the picture is, where it's highlighted, you follow the arrow and the arrow points to what is happening at that stage of seed germination. Okay, so I have one of these pins here that I use to kind of keep mine together. If you do not have a pin like this, I am going to show you how to do it just by folding the paper. So you're going to print out the sheet that is attached to this document and print it out, cut it out, and eventually you should end up with your germination dial. All right, here we go. This germination dial breaks the process of germination up into 6 different steps, starting with the seed and ending with a fruit with seeds inside of the fruit. So the first thing we're going to do is cut out the 2 larger circles. So first we'll start with the circle that says germination dial, and then you will cut out the circle that has all of the definitions on it. Next, you are going to cut out the 6 stages of the germination dial. You don't have to cut them out exactly. Just cut circles around the pictures and then place them in a nice pile on the table. So the first thing we're going to do is just take the pictures and put them in order from seed to full grown plant and then to fruit. So this is our seed here, so this is where we start. So now if you look at these other pictures, we want to see the seed and it growing, obviously, or it germinating. So it's probably either this one or this one. Which of these looks like it's more developed than the other? Good, this one looks more developed. So we start with the seed, the stem and the roots start to grow out of the seed. And then here we have the leaves start to come out of the cotyledons up here. And then the stem gets a little longer and the roots get a little bigger. And remember that a seed is really cool because it actually stores all of the energy that a plant needs to start growing. So a seed can actually start growing in the dark. It just needs warmth and moisture, but it does get to a certain point where it does need sunlight. So next, which one do you think comes next? Very good. Here we have our stem, leaves, and roots. And the seed coat, this brown piece, has fallen off, okay? Then the plant grows a little more, develops flowers. Here are our flowers. And this germination dial happens to be for an apple tree. So this is your apple tree. The flowers become pollinated and the ovules are fertilized and we get an ovary that turns into a fruit, which is the apple, and the fertilized ovules turn into seeds that you find in the inside of the apple. Okay, so we're going to keep these in order, and we're just going to put them off to the side over here. So next, we're going to cut out the center of this circle here. If you have a pin, just put the pin in the middle. Usually I supply pins in the classroom. Obviously, I don't have that opportunity right now. So we're gonna cut out the center hole here. cut out the center hole. All right. Then for this one, it's a little trickier. You want to cut out these tabs, but you don't want to cut into the black circle. So try your best here. Okie dokie. Okay, so now we have our 3 little tabs. You're gonna take your tabs and you just fold them in a little bit so they're sticking up like that. Then you take your germination dial, circle, and you put it on top, and these little tabs fit through. And you're going to fold them down like that. All right. So one thing I did forget to include here on this paper is this center circle. We need an additional circle here. So if you just, flip over your paper and make a circle. Like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect. You're going to actually take the circle. We're going to glue it there. It'll hold the tabs in place, okay? So take your glue stick and on the tabs here, let me zoom in for you. So you're going to take your glue stick, put it just so it's on the tabs. You'll probably do a better job than I just did. Okay, just so it's on the tabs. And then you take your circle that we just cut out and you just stick it on top like this, okay? So that will prevent the tabs from falling back through. And now we have our germination dial. Look at that. Like I said, it's easier if you have a little metal brad here, but if you don't have that, it's okay. All right, so now what you're going to do is you're going to take these that we put in order, and they actually go in order in your germination dial. All right, so remember, the picture coordinates with the definition that the arrow points to. So I will start you off here with the beginning here. I'll start you off here. So this says warmth, air, and moisture start the process of seed germination. Right, so we're starting the process of seed germination. So we'll take our little seed here and we'll just boop, put it right there. And like I said, they go in order, right? So then the next picture here, if you rotate it, will be the next seed we have in line here. I'm just gonna stick that in right there. So for this stage, it says, the seed detects the pull of gravity and responds by sending its roots down and shoots up. Okay, so this one, it's sending its roots down. Okay, and then you're going to continue until your germination dial is complete, like this one is. This one's completed. And then you will answer the questions in your Google form. I hope you have a beautiful day, guys.